Hey there folks, these are the hands of me, Dan Brown from Sort of Interesting, and this here is an A5 Domino Filofax, and this little beauty is one of the brand new, the original Filofaxes, and well, as you've seen in my other videos of the first look at this, I am a very big fan. Anyway, ignoring the general spectacle of these two fine specimens, today we're going to talk about the big question. Now, you would be amazed at how many times I've been asked whether you should go for an A5 or a personal size Filofax. And as I've said before, to people who aren't really into this sort of thing and notebooks and stuff like this, it's the most bizarre sort of thing to look into. So if you're one of my regular viewers, please stand by. But if you're one of those people who asks, well, hopefully we're going to give you an answer. So, like I say, this is absolutely brand new. I've still got the little cover that I like to keep it in, to keep it all nice and shiny. And this was what I was using last year. So, if we pop these open, we can have a general size comparison, I suppose. So, well, we'll go for the outside first. And obviously, depending on the variation of what style Filofax you've got and what model, obviously there's going to be slight size differences. But you'll get the general gist of it. So you can see from the top there, this I believe has got half of 2013 and all of 2014 diary in it, and this has just got the second half of this year diary. So there's a little bit less in there than there would be normally, and they are week on 2-page diaries. And if we continue our spin around, now what I would say personally is if you've got a lot of writing that you want to be doing in these, or a lot of different things to keep track of, then personally I would say you might want to go for the A5. If you have got quite a bit of stuff, but it's all sort of general, I don't know, the same sort of thing, like a lot of people ask about college and uni and that sort of thing, and I'd say a personal one may be the better one, because obviously it's smaller, and if you haven't got as many sort of varied bits and pieces to try and stack up in there, then you don't have to have quite the excessive system that I had, which, if I show you, this is from just over a year ago when I was using the A5 here, and I was just fetching my boat back on a massive trip, and well, basically I had an awful lot of stuff to do. So all sorts of things, from doing things for YouTube and getting a bit of writing done, to obviously boat things and meeting people, and well, an awful lot of stuff in general. So as you can see, I needed a lot more room than you might get in a personal Filofax. But we'll move on to that in a second. Better have the size comparisons on the inside. And if you want to see either of these properly, then if you search for A5 Domino Filofax or the original Filofax, then you'll find my videos of these. So if we have a quick look at the random page size in general, you'll see that with the personal Filofax, it's more rectangular and almost sort of more as if you're making a list, as I've said in other videos on this sort of thing. Whereas when you're talking about A5 pages, then obviously they're a little bit squarer and a little bit more like the old 4:3 telly aspect ratio. So that might be something. Just if, I mean, personally I had the A5 size because I do a lot of writing, and well, my goodness me, you might have seen in other videos, and just having a bigger page to get more words on obviously ultimately works out better for me doing that. But if we flip open to just random things such as your to-do lists, then obviously once again you've got much more space to be writing in the A5 ones. But obviously that does mean, like you say, you're all going into a much bigger package to put in your bag or whatever you're doing it with it. Now, I'm willing to bet that what we really want to see is the diary pages. So if I pop up one of the sheets out of the A5 Filofax that I had going last year, you will see instantly why I personally was so keen to have the A5 size, and obviously all this extra space has come in very useful. And well, like I say, if I was not trying to move a boat halfway across the country and do a load of other stuff at the same time, then maybe a personal one would have been more than sufficient. And if you're just using it for general day-to-day, I don't know, chores and general things to remember and that, then obviously a personal is going to be more than enough space to, I don't know, write birthdays and shopping lists and all that sort of thing in. Whereas, like I say, videos and meeting people and, well, an awful lot of stuff going on with the boat. And well, I just had page after page after page of this last year, so obviously all this space came in useful. But obviously, once again, you've got to take into consideration that then takes this from a nice, small, easily portable size such as the Personal to the Goliath that is an A5 Filofax in perspective and comparison. Now, personally, I'd say if you've got various ways of setting up your Filofax, as you'll see, there's people spending hours and hours coming up with all sorts of ingenious inserts and things like that. And well, if you're watching this video, there's a good chance you'll be a big fan of those sort of videos, so I won't lecture you on those sort of things. But a Personal Filofax can really become almost far more useful than the extra space in an A5 Filofax. If you have, I mean, you've got all your dividers here, and say if you had a section for this is going to be, I don't know, college work or uni or whatever, this is going to be day-to-day life, this is going to be stuff around the house, and so on, then you can suddenly start to split things out of the diary instead of having everything in just, like I say, endless sheets like these. You can come up with simple sections and have this is this, this is this, this is this, and then your diary can be literally just for remembering dates, or if something happens, I don't know, for example, what I'm a big fan of is keeping a record of when I see very good shooting stars or anything like that. Then obviously if you start using your diary pages just for those sort of events and recalling various events like that, then you suddenly have a far more portable package, but with the same sort of effective organisation and use you could get from a bigger one. I don't know if this video has been of any use to you whatsoever. I want to keep it nice and short because there's a lot of stuff to be said on this sort of thing, and I personally don't know what is good and what is bad stuff to say. As well, as you may have seen other people's videos that go on for, well, 20 minutes plus. I don't know if anybody wants to listen to me talk that long about these sort of things. So anyway, that has been a very quick comparison of A5 and portable Filofaxes. Like I say, I personally last year was using an awful lot of space in the A5. Now I've got this little gem to be getting to grips with, and well, you may have seen the, well, I don't know really, the indecent amount of notebooks that I've been collecting up over the past few weeks. If not, make sure you check out my other videos for a load more Filofax stuff, a load more notebook stuff. And well, make sure you subscribe, like the Facebook page, check out the book I wrote about living on a narrowboat. It's called The Narrowboat Lad for Kindle, only £1.53, get it while it's hot. So, after all that selling out, thank you very much for watching, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you around soon. Farewell.